You're live with Tim Black Freedom Friday. Who's this?
Hey, Tim, it's Don Bey from the great state of Missouri. Hey, I this evening.
Don Bey, this night. What's going on, my brother? Don. Missouri's finest.
Oh man, it's a whole bunch of things that I really want to touch on, but I ain't got enough time. Dude on the plane. I mean that story just totally ridiculous, you know. And I look at it like, you know, the dude should have been on the no-fly list. This man got over 50 felony counts. He should never even be able to get on the plane. Then he up there looking all silly and stuff, and it wasn't nothing about how that guy treated the police. Drag people out like that all the time. If you buy a plane ticket in this country, it clearly tell you with all the paperwork you get that this stuff can't happen. He knew that. That's why when he said he just went limp when they drug him off the plane. And all these people complaining about, they never said nothing about the police. They was talking about United. The only reason why a lot of people got so upset is because the police officers was black. If it was a white police officer dragging that clown off of that plane, they wouldn't have said nothing. Where are all the people that respect the badge? He should have just complied. If he would have complied, he wouldn't have got drugged off the plane. You know? That you don't hear none of that stuff. Well, we don't want to talk about his past or none of that stuff. But when Trayvon Martin got killed, they sued to get his school records to see if this kid ever been suspended. But we can't talk about his past. This dude got his license revoked for giving away prescription drugs for sexual favor. He been charged with almost 100 felony counts, but he got his medical license back. I bet you Michael Jackson doctor don't get his medical license back. But we can't talk about him. But look where United Airlines. It clearly states it. Oh, they've been overbooking flights since the 1950s. This is nothing new. It rarely happens, but it happens. He should have got his ass up off the plane. If he would have read the information on the ticket, he would have knew that this stuff was subject to happen. And he knew what he was doing. He had his mind made up the whole time. He was just going to not comply and let himself get drugged off the plane so he can get paid, so he can go back to Vegas. Because the dude is a poker player too. So he can go back to Vegas with the money he's going to get from United and go gamble some more. But we can't talk about his past because, and that's the only reason why people even got in the uproar, was because it was black officers that drug him off the plane. What was all this awful outrage when the chicks got thrown off for some leggings? But we can't talk about his past though. Then he runs back on the plane talking about somebody got to get home. I bet you do got to get home. You probably got some more favors you trying to get done. This stuff, it was just a whole force. And the only reason why the mainstream media and all this stuff jumped on that stuff like this is because the officers that drug his ass off the plane had melanin in their skin. White cops do this stuff all the time, and you should have just complied. Respect the badge. Where's all this stuff at when 3 black cops did this? Now United is something criminal and stuff. It clearly tells you when you buy plane tickets that this flight could be overbooked. Somebody gonna have to get their butt off, and that's how it is. And in the capitalist system that we live in, you ain't nothing. Whenever the law between a corporation making money and a citizen, it's all about that corporation. It ain't that. I mean, people acting like this is something new. They've been overbooking flights since the 50s. and now we can't bring up his past. He should have complied with the police and got his ass off the plane when they told him to.
Oh, wow.
That's what he should have did. Respect the badge. That's what they tell black people when we get out there protesting because some unarmed person got shot. When Donald Sterling got killed by the police, they wasn't saying all this crazy stuff. They said, well, he's behind on his child support. Never the fact that the man never did anything. His car broke down. But they quickly went and dug that up. Well, you know, he's behind on child support. Look at the stuff they did with Mike Brown. Trayvon Martin wanted to see his school records to see how many times he got suspended. But we can't talk about this man past. People, you got to wake up. And that's all I got to say. State of resistance, not that BS that the Democrat people talking about in the mainstream media. And I'm out. Thanks, Tim, for letting me express my views and opinions on your platform. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
You got it, man. Thank you, man, for giving a contrary point of view, man. And you know what? Of course you're right. Of course you're right that if it was a black guy getting dragged, be like, gosh, can't you just listen and do what the guy told you to? Didn't they tell you to get off? They're going to give you $800. I'm sure you could go buy some Jordans or something. I mean, it would have been comments all across the internet.